Okay, gentlemen, here is the deal. How you move and how you thrust during sex has a massive impact on how good the experience is for you and for your partner. Get it wrong, and you can leave her disappointed, or even make her uncomfortable. Get it right, and she'll be wanting more and craving the next time. And it's that second option that I want to help you with today. I'm going to give you my 5 best tips on how to thrust during sex so that you give her intense pleasure while also staying in control and avoiding finishing too quickly. If you follow these 5 tips, I can guarantee you will blow her mind every single time and make her eager for more. I'm Dr. Emma Blake, urology and men's health expert. Every week, I share no-nonsense advice about men's health, intimacy, and performance. The kind of advice that helps you feel confident in your body and confident in your relationships. So make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video. And since today's topic is about creating maximum pleasure, let me let you in on a little secret. Your technique matters, but so does your sexual health. Blood flow, stamina, and energy are the foundations of good performance. At the end of this video, I'll tell you about 2 science-backed supplements that I recommend to help men boost circulation and performance naturally. But first, let's get straight into the 5 thrusting tips that every man should know. The first tip is to start slow. This is one of the biggest mistakes men make: going too hard, too fast, too soon. Women's bodies take longer to warm up than men's do. The vaginal opening expands during arousal to allow deeper penetration, but this doesn't happen instantly. It takes time. If you begin with fast, hard thrusting right away like you see in pornography or even mainstream television, it's almost guaranteed to be uncomfortable for her. She may not say it, either because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings or because she thinks that's just how sex is supposed to be. But biology is clear. Her body isn't ready yet. So don't jump the gun. Start slow. Allow her body to open up, and you'll set the stage for much more intense pleasure later. She will absolutely notice the difference and appreciate it. The second tip is to tease her. Teasing can be a game-changing tactic in the bedroom. When a woman is aroused, her body is building pleasure and going deeper into the experience. Teasing means pulling back from that intensity for a moment, slowing down deliberately, almost pressing pause on the pleasure so that her craving builds even more. When you finally give her that intensity again, it feels far more powerful. Here's how it works in practice. If you're building a rhythm that she's clearly enjoying, keep it going for a while, then deliberately slow down. Pull back, move shallowly, lower the intensity. She'll squirm, she'll crave more, and when you increase the pace again, her response will be magnified. The key is that by creating that craving, you double or even triple the intensity of her release when you finally give it back to her. But one important warning: don't use teasing right before she's about to climax. That can be frustrating. Teasing works best earlier in the encounter to build anticipation. Now let's move to the third tip, which is to vary the tempo. One of the fastest ways to ruin a good rhythm is to keep it the same for too long. If you thrust at the same depth, the same speed, the same angle for too long, both you and your partner will become desensitized. The nerves adapt, and the pleasure diminishes. That's why varying tempo is so important. Sometimes go slower and deeper, sometimes faster and lighter. Adjust to the moment, the position, and how aroused you both are. For example, in the early stages, when you're face-to-face and kissing, a slower rhythm builds intimacy and anticipation. Later, when things are hotter, a faster rhythm may be just right. The point is not to be robotic. Change it up, pay attention to the moment, and let variety keep things exciting for both of you. The fourth tip is to use grinding, not just the in and out motion. Most men focus only on penetration as an in and out movement. And yes, that can stimulate internal nerve endings like the G-spot, but it misses the most sensitive source of female pleasure, which is the clitoris. And here's what you need to understand. The clitoris isn't just the small external part you can see. It actually extends beneath the surface, with structures that respond to pressure at the vaginal opening and the labia. When you grind, staying close, pressing your pelvis firmly against hers, and moving in circular or angled motions, you are stimulating these areas in a way that straight thrusting alone cannot. Grinding is easier in positions like missionary or cowgirl, where bodies are closer together. When you use grinding, you're not only increasing her pleasure, but also giving yourself more control. Grinding tends to be less stimulating for men, so if you feel yourself getting close to climax too early, switching to grinding is a great way to slow down while still giving her maximum pleasure. It's a win-win. She gets more of what feels good to her, and you buy yourself more time. The fifth and final tip is to pay attention. This is the most important skill you can develop in the bedroom. Pay attention to her breathing, her sounds, her muscle tension, the way she moves against you. These are all signals of what feels good and what doesn't. Every woman is different. What worked for one partner may not work for another. Too many men get stuck in their own heads, worrying about their performance or trying to copy what they saw online. But when you're present, when you pay attention and respond in real time to her reactions, you become a far better lover than most men out there. And I want to share one more truth that's bigger than any specific technique. For women, sex is not just physical, it's emotional. Research shows women are more likely to enjoy sex and reach orgasm when they feel emotionally connected to their partner. That doesn't mean you have to be in a long-term relationship for it to be pleasurable, but it does mean trust, respect, and genuine presence matter. When she feels cared for, her body relaxes, her arousal builds more naturally, and the entire experience becomes more satisfying. So let's recap. Start slow, tease her, vary your tempo, incorporate grinding, and pay attention. Master these 5 tips, and you will not only give her more pleasure, you'll also stay in control, last longer, and enjoy yourself more too. Now, before we wrap up, let me remind you of something important. Technique is only part of performance. The other part is your health, your circulation, your stamina, your hormone balance. Without those, technique can only take you so far. That's why I recommend 2 safe, science-backed supplements that can help men improve naturally. You'll find links to both in the pinned comment and video description below. For men who want a moderate boost, I recommend organic watermelon extract, rich in L-citrulline, which supports nitric oxide production, improves circulation, and helps maintain firmer, more reliable erections. But for men who want a bigger transformation, I recommend an advanced formula that combines icariin, also known as horny goat weed, to support stamina and hardness, tonkat ali, to boost testosterone and vitality, fenugreek to enhance libido and energy, nettle root to promote hormone balance and prostate support, and citrulline for nitric oxide and vascular performance. Together, these ingredients support every aspect of male performance: circulation, hormones, stamina, confidence, and prostate health. So take care of your health, your confidence, and your intimacy. Because the best lover is not the one who tries to mimic what he sees in pornography, but the one who listens, adapts, and creates a truly memorable experience for his partner every single time.